as per Obama, you do keep him in place because he does know what's going on the ground really well. And have someone in there that you're briefing, but you do keep him on an extended period of time after January 20th to start your withdrawal from Iraq.
Yeah, I think so. You know, what I was trying to say was that, as much as the pick of the Veep is sort of that first executive test that McCain failed on so badly, I think that the naming of this cabinet is going to be the first time where people are, because there's a lot
You're
of
going to
people
see
that,
Obama's judgment.
yeah, well, there's a lot of people that are who voted, I think, that say, voted it with the fingers crossed, saying, buddy,
Don't let us
we're
down.
sure hoping you're living up to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And this is going to be his
And you
chance
know
to
what?
start to,
We will be here to call him on
yeah.
it if he screws it up because we we endorsed him because we believe in him. If he proves us wrong,
We
nobody will nail him faster than we will.
Well, except maybe John Stewart, and he'll do it
Well,
funnier than we will.
well,
But
duh.
but he's
It
got a
was a
better cast of
no-brainer.
writers than we do.
Yeah. Well, we wing it. We don't have any writers. Bill
Yeah.
O'Reilly. Well, no, we'll be fair and balanced to a T. Because I think even though it was like we were completely in the tank for Obama at the end there before the election, I think that we weren't always. We worked our way up there.
And
And it was the right decision. And so it wasn't so much we were in the tank as much as we had made a decision based on common sense and what, you know, looking at what McCain stood for as VFV versus Bush was like they were like Siamese twins. They may have not physically looked alike, but they were attached at like the brain. I mean, you know,
yeah, but that
have to
doesn't.
have that surgically removed.
But that sure as hell doesn't mean we give anybody carte blanche. I mean, the fact that we throw our support 100% behind somebody
Yeah, if
doesn't
he
make us
screws
blind.
up, we'll call him on it.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
we called him on a few over the course of the campaign as it was of the what are you thinking moments.
Yeah, when he voted for the FISA thing, I totally thought, what the fuck are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, that's not what you promised us.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what happened there? I don't know. Well, we should play something else.
We should.
Yes, we should.
Using the wrong mouse there, baby. Where do you want to be?
Let's watch Bush congratulate Obama.
He manages to do it without looking like he's going to become totally sick.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
So this was on today if you missed it. Welcome, Casey.
The American will always be grateful for the lifetime service John McCain has devoted to this nation. I know he'll continue to make tremendous contributions to our country. No matter how they cast their ballots, all Americans can be proud of the history that was made yesterday. Across the country, citizens voted in large numbers. They showed a watching world the vitality of America's democracy, strides we have made toward a more perfect union. Chose a president whose journey represents a triumph of the American story, testament to hard work, optimism, and faith in the enduring promise of our nation. Many of our citizens thought they would never live to see that day. The moment is especially uplifting for a generation of Americans who witnessed the struggle for civil rights with their own eyes. And 4 decades later, see a dream fulfilled. The long campaign has now ended, and we move forward as one nation. We're embarking on a period of change in Washington, yet there are some things that will not change. The United States government will stay vigilant in meeting its most important responsibility, protecting the American people. And the world can be certain this commitment will remain steadfast under our next Commander-in-Chief. Important work to do in the months ahead, and I will continue to conduct the people's business as long as this office remains in my trust. During this time of transition, I will keep the President-elect fully informed on important decisions. When the time comes on January the 20th, Laura and I will return home to Texas with treasured memories of our time here, with profound gratitude for the honor of serving this amazing country. It will be a stirring sight to watch President Obama, his wife Michelle, and their beautiful girls step through the doors of the White House. I know millions of Americans will be overcome with pride at this inspiring moment that so many have waited so long. I know Senator Obama's beloved mother and grandparents would have been thrilled to watch the child they raised ascend the steps of the Capitol and take his oath to uphold the Constitution of the greatest nation on the face of the earth. Last night I extended an invitation to the President-elect and Mrs. Obama to come to the White House. And Laura and I are looking forward to welcoming them as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
All right. So, you know what? He did that with more grace than I've seen him give many speeches. I've seen George Bush give few speeches that eloquent, actually.
Yeah, he hardly misspoke at all through that one.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there is,
Yeah, I agree with you, man with M9.
yeah, and I got to give GW some credit here in that
There was class, yeah.
there was class in that, and when it came to, if you will, preparing the country to a certain extent for this moment, I mean, there has been, I can't think of another president that's had as many senior African Americans in his administration. When you look at,
Yeah, but you know
the
an
honor given,
unfortunate statistic? Once Obama's gone, there won't be any black senators.
well, we'll have to get a few more running then, won't we? But, you know, what people have been accustomed to seeing, the Colin Powells and the Condoleezza Rices and whatnot out there, making their mark. And even if I didn't agree with, both of them.
Yeah, but all parents should be able to look at their kids and say, yes, one day you can become the leader of this nation. And now every minority, every mother can tell their daughter, yes, you can become the leader of the free world.
Yeah.
You can lead your nation. I
And-
mean, it's been cracked.
And
And
I-
once it's been done once, the second, the third time, it's not so hard.
Yeah, one would hope that within, some of the more underprivileged neighborhoods that this does provide a bit of an incentive. You could have been a
M9 says
contender.
unless you're a gay Muslim Mexican woman.
Exactly. we covered that earlier today, actually, and
Yeah, you did say something.
because I would get the dichotomy in California where you're voting for the black guy, woohoo, but when you looked at, I saw some stats on the racial divide of the vote, and oddly enough, at the same time as they were, say, voting their interest in, helping elect a minority, a black man, to the highest office, blacks as a group voted about 70 to 30 against gay marriage.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody likes to tread on something or somebody. I don't know. You might have thought in the spirit of the moment they might have said, hey, well, we
It doesn't affect my life.
yeah, we're going for our dream here. Why not throw somebody else a bone too? But
Yeah, I don't understand. Is it homophobia?
yes,
Is that what it is?
yes,
Is people's own tendency to say, if I am tolerant, that makes me a flaming liberal, or
Well.
people might think I'm gay.
Well, the main thing I think with
If
this
people
one,
think I'm okay with gay marriage, then they might think I'm okay with being gay. And then they might think I'm gay. I mean, what happened? Where does
Oh,
the
no.
train falls off several times on that road?
I voted for Obama. People are gonna think I'm black.
I just don't get how taking rights away from other people enhances your life. How does it make a difference? What do you care? They care. You don't care. It doesn't affect your life. Why would you go out of your way to go and vote